friends, it is Megan. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am starting another weekly vlog. However, considering it is already Thursday, I think this is going to be more of a weekly / weekend vlog, but I am going to try to do a little impromptu 24-hour readathon from today to tomorrow. I'm going to do it within this vlog rather than its own separate vlog, just because I don't have a lot of time to film, but I did want to read a lot over the next day, so I will try to keep you as updated as possible. But just because I don't have a lot of time to film, I do believe I will be keeping you updated throughout this vlog instead of making it a separate vlog, which is weird for me because you all know how many vlogs I usually make. As you may have heard, if you follow me on Twitter, I got the job that I had that huge interview for. So I have been working on paperwork and everything for that all week, and I need to continue doing that, so I do need to focus on that, so I don't have the extra time to just sit down and vlog, but I did want to read as much as possible in the next 2 days. So just to update you on where I am in my books, I am currently on page 316 of A Court of Thorns and Roses, which means I have about 100 pages left. I am loving this so far. I already know who Feyre ends up with, so I'm interested to see how that turns out, if it happens in this book or the sequel. And I know that from like fan art I see on Instagram, or maybe the fan art's wrong, I don't know, but I am interested to see how this all turns out. And I am also reading Wanted. I'm on page 202. This is so much better than the first 4 books of the series. I can totally get why people were so into this now. I'm a little wary of who just showed up, so yeah, definitely interested to see how that plays out. I don't know if I trust them or not, and they're doing, like, the writing's doing a very good job of making you question it a lot, like you don't know whether you should trust them or not, and I love that kind of writing because I hate when I can just figure it out right away and I'm like, oh, this is what happens. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of the series. I'm also on page 433 of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire audiobook. I do plan to get a lot done over the weekend just because of driving again. I have 7 CDs left out of 17, so I'm probably going to do another 5 this weekend and then 2 next weekend, or maybe I'll do like 4 and 3 just to split it up a little more evenly, but I'm kind of trying to spread it out throughout the month. And this book, the movie just no justice to this book, and I don't know, this might be my favorite book. It was my favorite movie, but after reading the book the first time, I was like, this is a terrible reenactment of the book, so it became one of my least favorite movies. But the book is just, it might be my favorite book. I don't know. They just keep getting better as they go. So for my little impromptu 24-hour readathon, I do plan to read more of A Court of Thorns and Roses and Wanted, aka finish them. Then I'd like to pick up A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tareya Mafi. My friend from work, Emily, let me borrow this, so I do want to try to read this as soon as possible, just to get it back to her as soon as possible, but I'm super excited to read this. I'd also like to pick up A Descendant of the Crane because the Books with a Friend book club is hosting its live show this weekend, so I'd like to kind of go back and watch it after reading this, so as soon as I can finish this, then I can go watch it. And lastly, I'd like to pick up Stardust by Neil Gaiman and The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, just because these are 2 of Owl Crate and Fairy Loot's themings of the book boxes this month, so I just try to keep up to date on all the themings as much as possible. I lied. Lastly, if I make a good dent in all of those books, I'd also like to start A Court of Mist and Fury, just to continue the series of ACOTAR and continue this series because I just love these characters. So that is all for today, unless I have a chance to update you later. But I will check in with you either later today or tomorrow on my reading for this kind of impromptu 24-hour readathon, but I will definitely be checking in tomorrow just for the sake of the weekly / weekend vlog. Hi friends, it is now Friday and I got quite a bit of reading done last night after I checked in with you. I just finished filming my Time Traveler's Wife book and movie kind of review slash rant, so I'm just gonna update you now on what I got done last night. So last night I was able to finish Wanted by Sarah Shepard. This was the 4th book in the 2nd installment of the Pretty Little Liars series. This had very good aspects about the mystery and the murder and everything about Allie that we really wanted to know, and it just explored that side of the series a lot more than the drama between the girls and boys and everything. So I ended up giving it 4 stars. It had an ending that I was expecting, but it still surprised me, so I always love a book that can surprise me with an ending. I'd say Spencer is probably my favorite character, which is strange because in the TV show she's one of my least favorites. Emily to me is very boring, and she's very centered on her love for Allie, and it's just kind of boring to read about that after a while. Aria is okay. Hannah's way too focused on popularity, which is sad because she's probably my favorite in the TV series to read about, but she's just not that great of a character in the books. So I think my rating system for this books would go Spencer, Aria, and then Hannah and Emily are kind of tied just because they're way too focused on other things that it's boring to me. Hannah has the aspects that make her a little more interesting, so maybe she's above Emily because Emily is just focused on relationships, and I don't know. They're both kind of tied. They're both focused on relationships and stuff, and it's just but Spencer's a very good character in this series, and she deals with a lot of things that I feel like she shouldn't have to, whereas the other girls kind of bring the horrible things upon themselves by overreacting and having drama and everything. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And I also finished A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast that tells the story of Feyre, who is taken by a fairy into the realm from the human world to the fairy realm, and it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so it goes about as far as you think it would. And it has really, really good retelling aspects that are not in the Beauty and the Beast, so it's a really great retelling. I really, really loved it. I was captivated throughout the whole book, and it just keeps me wondering on how things are gonna go, because I knew a little bit about the series beforehand. Like, I know who ends up with who kind of thing, or at least who everyone wants to be together because I see so much fan art about it. So I'm interested to see how it gets there because it wasn't quite discussed in this book. But yeah, I loved this so much. After I finished reading it, I literally sat there with my mouth open like it was so good, so good. I also picked up 3 other books. I started A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tereya Mafi, and I'm on page 99. I love this book. I don't normally like contemporary. It's not my normal genre that I reach for, but if contemporary were like this all the time, it would be so good. I am so obsessed with this book. It's already at 5 out of 5 stars for me. I'm only on like chapter 12. There's still 200 pages to go, but if it continues the way it is, I really, really love this book. My friend Emily let me borrow it, so I do think I'll be finishing this very soon just because it's such an easy read and I'm enjoying it so much. It tells the story of Shirin, I think is how you pronounce her name, who is a Muslim girl, and she's dealing with racism and hate because it is very close to after the 9/11 attack. So she's just dealing with all of the bigotry and racism and hatred from that, and it's just so good. There's just so many oddball things that you don't expect. It mentions Harry Potter and how Harry Potter got her into reading, and it talks about breakdancing, and it's just such an oddball book, and there really aren't words to express how much I love this book, so I will definitely be getting my hands on purchasing this after I have to return it to Emily. Next, I picked up A Descendant of the Crane. I picked up A Descendant of the Crane by Joan Hay, or he, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. I'm on page 48, 48 of this book, and I'm finding it a bit hard to connect with. I can't tell what time it's in. The atmosphere and the setting is very confusing to grasp onto, and I haven't really connected with any of the characters yet, but I'm barely into it, so I'm sure I'll have more to review on once I get more into it. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it at this point, but I will keep you updated. And lastly, I have picked up Stardust by Neil Gaiman, and I'm very interested to see where this book goes. I've only read the first chapter, but I'm already loving it. I'm on page 33, and it's just such a good book so far, and I can't wait to see where this goes. It's only about 200 pages, so it should be a super easy read, and I can't wait to finish it. So those three I will be working on the rest of the day. I might pick up A Court of Mist and Fury, The Cruel Prince, or my Dragon Ball Volume 3 manga, just for another sort of reading, as if I don't have enough already. But that is my plans for today, so that's all. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Well, actually not tomorrow, I have to work, but I will check in with you guys on Sunday to kind of conclude this weekly weekend vlog. And then Monday we'll start a new vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I'll check in with you on Sunday. Hi friends, it's Megan. Today is Sunday, so I'm just going to be doing a quick wrap up of the week just so I can move on. And this was the wrap up of my weekend weekly vlog kind of deal. So I didn't get much done over the weekend. I did get a ton of my Harry Potter audiobook done though. I did make it to page 580 of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which is this much left, and I plan to finish it next weekend on my drive up next weekend, so this is definitely making good progress. I also made it to page 108 of Stardust by Neil Gaiman, and this is such a good read so far. I'm loving it. I didn't make any progress on Descendant of the Crane. I'm still on page 48. I don't know how I feel about it, and I'm gonna continue to try to read it, but it's just lower priority right now. And to wrap up this week, I did finish Wanted by Sarah Shepard. It was one of the better books of the series, and I really enjoyed it. I'm interested to see where it goes from here. I think I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I also finished A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, one of my favorite series of all time right now, and I'm only on the first book, so I cannot wait to pick up A Court of Mist and Fury. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars. I also finished A Very Large Expanse of Sea, and it was probably the best contemporary book I've ever read, like contemporary romance, YA novel kind of story. One of the best ones I've ever read. I loved this book. 5 out of 5 stars. It dealt with such hard topics in such a wonderful way, like racism and that kind of thing. So good. Everyone should read this. Yes. So that was my week. I hope you enjoyed this kind of impromptu little weekend vlog. I will be restarting my Monday through Sunday vlogs as soon as June 1st hits, because I got that full-time job, so now I'll have a more consistent schedule. I can't wait to get back to that kind of vlogging, but until then, just bear with me on my weird vlog schedule. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will check in with you guys tomorrow, which is Monday, for next weekly vlog, and bye!